All right, if you've been searching the biggest lies about myEcon, common myths about myEcon, what people get wrong about myEcon, is myEcon just recruiting, or why people misunderstand myEcon, then this video is going to be for you because a lot of people have opinions about myEcon without actually understanding what myEcon is even for. And that's a problem, right? Not because everybody has to like it, not because everybody has to join it, but because a lot of people are making judgments based on half truths, bad presentations, old assumptions, and flat out lies they've absorbed from people who never explained it right in the first place, right? That happens all the time. And once a lie gets repeated enough, people stop treating it like it's a lie. They start treating it like it's common sense. And that's dangerous because now people are not thinking clearly. They are reacting automatically. So in this video, I want to break down some of the biggest lies people believe about myEcon, why people believe them, and what the truth actually looks like when you stop relying on lazy thinking, right? And no, this is not going to be another soft little sugar-coated explanation or a, hey, hurry up and join my team through my link video about myEcon, right? It's just going to be an actual, I want to clear some up, right? So lie number one, myEcon is just about recruiting. This is one of the biggest lies people believe. The second somebody hears anything involving an opportunity, affiliate, side hustle, commissions, or team building, they instantly decide that the whole thing must be just about recruiting. And that's just lazy thinking because it skips the first and most important question. What is actually being offered? If something has real products, real tools, education, and real value on the customer side, then no, it's not accurate to reduce the whole thing down to just recruiting. Now, does the business side exist? Yes. Does the affiliate side exist? Yes. Can people build around it? Yes. But that is for a very specific reason. All right. One of the products is tax education and how to take advantage of the tax system that most people aren't able to take advantage of. The tax system that you get big tax credits and big tax breaks because you have a home business. Business side. Get it? So it has a business side. Can you build and substantially increase your income? Absolutely you can. Does it happen overnight like a magic button? No, it doesn't, obviously. But the business side is not the same as saying the whole thing is just recruiting. That phrase gets thrown around by people who usually want a shortcut to dismiss something without taking the time to actually understand it first, right? That's a huge difference because reducing everything to one cynical line may feel smart, but it usually isn't. It's just lazy. Line number two, if you do not build a team, myEcon is pointless. This is another one that people get wrong all the time, right? A lot of people act like if you are not trying to build the affiliate side, then there's no reason to even look at myEcon. And that's just false because not everybody is looking at myEcon from a business building angle. Initially, I didn't. Initially, I just looked at it for the credit building. And then I went into the income shifting. And then I went into the debt elimination. And then I went into the tax education. And then when I saw how much this changed my entire life, I went into the affiliate side. And because I came from an actual real place with it, I became successful with it, right? But some people are just looking at it because they need better financial structure. Some people need help understanding their cash flow. Some people need help with credit. Some people need just better spending habits. Some people need a stronger financial foundation before they ever think about trying to build anything. And that matters because if the products help somebody improve real parts of their financial life, then no, it's not pointless just because they are not recruiting or building a team. That lie exists because too many people only talk about the opportunity side and barely explain the value side. And once that happens, viewers start assuming the value side either does not exist or just doesn't matter. And that's how bad framing creates bad beliefs. Lie number three, myEcon will magically fix your finances. Now, this one is dangerous in a different way because sometimes the lie is not negative. Sometimes the lie is unrealistically positive. A lot of people hear about something financial and start fantasizing. They want instant relief. They want instant income, instant credit improvement, instant peace, instant results. That's just fantasy. There's nothing out there that's going to fill that want. There's nothing out there that's going to fill that desire, right? And fantasy is one of the fastest ways to get disappointed. myEcon's not magic. It's not a rescue helicopter. It's not a button you press and suddenly all of your money problems disappear. Anything that involves financial improvement still requires something from the person. Learning or action, awareness, better habits, better decisions, follow through. That stuff matters because one of the biggest lies people believe is not just that myEcon is fake. It is also that it is real and it should somehow do all the work for them. That's not how real improvement works, right? Not in money, not in business, not in credit, not in life. Lie number 4, if somebody is excited about myEcon, that automatically means it's a scam. This is a big one because now, let's be honest, sometimes excitement does look suspicious, right? Especially when it's paired with vagueness, hype, desperation, and money first nonsense. And that's real, but excitement by itself is not proof of fraud. People get excited about things they can believe in. People get excited about things they believe can help. People get excited about things that when they see the value in something. People get excited when they feel like they've found direction after they've been living in confusion. People get excited when they think something helped them or could help other people. And that's just normal. The problem is not excitement. The problem is when excitement is used to replace clear explanations. And that's the difference. So when people say, see, they sound too excited, must be a scam. That's not really an argument. That's a reflex. And reflex is not evidence, all right? Lie number 5, myEcon is only for people trying to make money online. That's another huge misunderstanding. A lot of people think myEcon only exists for people chasing some online business dream. And that's just not accurate. Yes, there's a business side. Yes, there's an affiliate side. Yes, some people care about building income with it more than using the tools. But that's not the only person who might benefit from it, right? Some people are looking at myEcon because they need better cash flow awareness. Some people are looking at it because their household budget is a mess or that non-existent. Some are looking at it because their credit issues are hurting them. Some are looking at it because they're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Some are looking at myEcon because they need better financial education and better structure around their money. That's a different audience completely. And once people understand that, the whole framing changes because now it's not, this is the only intent for myEcon. This is not the only thing about myEcon. This is not only for internet marketers, right? Now it becomes, this may also be for people who need practical financial improvement. That's a much different conversation, right? So lie number 6, if somebody failed with myEcon, that proves myEcon does not work. This is one of the dumbest conclusions people jump to. And it's done constantly, right? One person joins, one person does nothing, one person misunderstands it, one person quits, one person presents it badly, one person expects magic, one person never uses the products, one person never gets consistent. Then they fail. And suddenly that failure gets treated like proof that the whole thing doesn't work. That makes no sense. A person failing with something is not automatic proof that the thing itself has no value. Sometimes it does mean that, but a lot of times it means that the person either approached it wrong, expected the wrong thing, never got clear, never took action, never gave it enough time, or never built the habits needed for results. Those distinctions matter because if you erase all responsibility from the person and dump everything onto the company, you're not thinking clearly, right? You are oversimplifying, and oversimplifying is how bad conclusions spread. Lie number 7, myEcon is too complicated for regular people. Now, this one sounds different, but it hurts people too. A lot of people hear terms related to cash flow or financial strategy or credit, budgeting, tax concepts, or opportunity structure, and they immediately assume that it's too complicated. That assumption makes people back away before they even understand what is being said. And honestly, a lot of the time, the issue is not that the thing is impossible to understand. It's that people have not had it explained well enough, right? And there's a difference. A bad explanation creates fake complexity. A good explanation creates clarity. So when people say this sounds too complicated, sometimes what they really mean is nobody explained this to me in a way that made sense to me. That's not the same thing. And if something can be explained clearly, understood practically, and applied step by step, then no, it's not automatically too complicated for regular people. Lie number 8, myEcon is either perfect or worthless. This might be the deepest lie of all because people love extremes, right? They want something to be either amazing or garbage, either life-changing or useless, either the answer to everything or a complete scam. Real life usually is not that simple, right? Most things should be evaluated with more maturity than that, especially something like myEcon. The better question is not, is this perfect? The better question is, who is this actually useful for? And in what way? That's a smarter question. Remember, we were talking about smarter questions in the other videos in this playlist, because smarter questions lead to smarter decisions. Because myEcon does not have to be the answer for everybody to still have value for people. That's the truth in almost anything worthwhile. And a lot of bad thinking comes from people refusing to accept nuance. Nuance requires thought. Extreme opinions require almost none, right? Almost no thought at all goes into extreme opinions. That is why extreme opinions spread faster. They're easier, right? Now let's talk about why these lies matter. They matter because lies shape decisions. They shape whether people click away. They shape whether people ask real questions. They shape whether people stay open-minded. They shape whether people get defensive, or they shape whether people investigate something honestly or dismiss it emotionally. And once lies take root, they become filters. Now, every new piece of information gets judged through that filter. And that's why so many people never even evaluate myEcon clearly. They're not starting from neutral. They're starting from myth, right? And that's a problem, because whether somebody ultimately likes myEcon or not, they should at least be reacting to what it actually is, not to some distorted version of it built from bad assumptions and recycled nonsense, right? So let's answer this directly. What are some of the biggest lies people believe about myEcon? That it's just about recruiting. That it's pointless unless you build a team. That it magically fixes financial problems. Excitement automatically proves fraud. That it's only for people trying to make money online. That one person's failure proves it has no value. That it's too complicated for regular people. That it has to be either perfect or worthless. Those are some of the biggest ones, right? And once you start seeing those lies clearly, you can start thinking more clearly, right? Which is the whole point, because adults should not make money decisions based on slogans. They shouldn't make money decisions based on emotional reaction or myths, right? They should ask better questions, smarter questions. What is being offered? Who is it for? How is it being explained? What value is really there? What is hype? What is real? What depends on system and what depends on the person? Those are better questions. Those are smarter questions. So if you have heard a lot of these things about myEcon and you're trying to sort through the noise, don't just absorb whatever is the loudest, right? Don't just absorb whatever the loudest person is saying. Think, ask, evaluate, separate the lie from the actual issue. That is how smarter decisions get made. So if this video helped you, hit subscribe, because I'm building this playlist around breaking myEcon down in a real world, no BS way, right? So drop your thoughts on this in the comment. What is the biggest myth or lie you have heard people repeat about myEcon?